Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Cooper again. I'm back with another lesson on telling time. Today, we are going to focus on telling time to the minute. Last week, we talked about telling time to the 5-minute intervals. So let's review that a little bit. We talked about how this shorthand is the hour hand, and the long hand is called the minute hand. I also kind of gave you something to remember, that when you're telling time, you always look at the shorthand first. The shorthand is the hour hand. And I said, remember that if you have someone that's smaller than you, they're probably shorter, and it's good manners to let them go first because they're usually probably younger than you if they're shorter than you. So we're going to always look at the hour hand first, and then we're going to do the minutes. So if we look up here, our hour hand is in between the 1 and the 2. So we know there's no way it's been 2 o'clock yet, because if it was, that little hand would be pointing on the 2 and be moving its way to 3 o'clock. So since it's between the 1 and the 2, we know that it's 1 something. And then if we go and look at this long minute hand, we're going to count by 5s on the outside, as we learned last week. And we're going to say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So when we wrote that time, we would write it as 1:30. Okay? Now, how do I know that it's not 6:05? Again, we know it's not 6:05 because if we look at the little hand first, or the short hand first, we know that it's in between the 1 and 2. And we know we're always going to do the hour first. You're going to write the hour and then the minutes. Now, what I wanted to do was wanted you to notice that in between where 0 is and 5, there are also some very small tick marks. And I hope you can see those from the video. Those tick marks represent one minute, okay? So we start with 0. This is 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, right? And it does that all the way around. So when we're telling time to the minute, we're still going to look. You can look at these 5, 10, 15 to help you get started. And they're going to be a clue as to counting in between here, these little tick marks, to know what the exact time is. So let's practice together. I'm going to set this to a different time. I'm going to do this. And I think I'm going to try, I'm going to move my hand down a little bit so you can see the tick marks. Okay? That minute hand. All right. So if we were looking at this clock, we know that we would look at which hand first. I hope you said the hour hand, the short hand, right? So we're going to look at it. It's in between 9 and 10, not in between, closer to 9, right? So we know that it's 9 something. So I'm going to erase my time, and I'm going to write 9 up here. And then I'm going to look at the minute hand, because I want to know how many minutes it is past 9. Okay? We know that if we look up here, we know that if it's on the 1, it would be 5 minutes after, right? So I can start with 5, and I would say 5, 6, 7. So the time is 9:07. All right, let's try a different one. All right, now I'm going to give you just a second to look at that clock and see what time you think it is. Think to yourself which hand you should be looking at first. Remember, we're going to look at that's right, the hour hand first, the hour hand. Now, if I look, what hour do you think it is? Give me a thumbs up if you said 7. Yeah, it's 7 something. 7. And now we need to go for the minutes. So I'm going to give you just a second to look at the minute hand. Notice that it's past the 6, which means 30, right? So we're going to say 30, 31, 32. So the time is 7:32. All right, let's try a different one. I'm going to see if I can make it tricky and trick you guys. All right. All right, here's the next one. So again, I want you to take some time, look at the hour hand and the minute hand. And I'm going to go ahead and write the answer down here. Hopefully you can't see it. I don't think you can. All right, I have written the time behind me. I'm not going to show it to you yet. We're going to look at the hour hand. It's getting close to 12, but it's not quite 12, so it's 11. And let's look at our minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52. How many of you said 11:52? If you did, great job. All right, we're going to do one last one together. One more practice. I think you're getting really good at this, or I hope you are. I bet you are. I have a lot of faith in you guys. All right, I'm going to let you look at that time again. Again, we're always going to start with the hour hand. When we write our time, we always want the hour to come first. So, look at where the hour hand is. I wonder, is it 3 something or 4 something? If you notice, that point has not gotten to the 4 yet, so that gives us a big clue that it's 3 something. So I'm going to write 3 up here. Now we're going to figure out the hours. Again, you can start with the 5 if you need to and say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47. So it is 3:47. Hopefully every time that we have done this, you've gotten a little bit better. That's our goal. You're going to get to do some practice with telling time with your teacher sometime this week. And I hope you show them what a great job you've done for me today.